Welcome to the Goat Sound Contest.
Welcome to Jumping the Turnstile. I'm Jezbot.
I'm Timmy Taco.
And I'm Sean Enough.
Shit, give me one.
Oh, yeah. No, clap, yeah.
Every time a guest comes in.
Dabba doodle.
Do you know what finally
Clap the
happened?
guest.
Finally happened to me.
Right.
What's
Got your tits.
No, I've dropped me phone in the toilet last night.
It's every man's nightmare.
Yeah.
Was it pre or post duties?
Post wee-wees.
Post wheeze.
Post peas. So I had a pissy phone and it just came out of this pocket right here, straight in the drink.
Yeah.
Did not hesitate, boys. Did not hesitate.
No, you can't.
Straight in. Did the old grab.
What do you got? iPhone?
iPhone 5.
Okay. All right. So I might have just had the
I was trying to work in a piss joke.
Piss proof.
Yeah.
It is piss proof. Maybe they should use that.
So I just had a bit of a clean out, take the cover off. It was all fine. But I've just never happened before. I've never dropped a phone.
Yeah, I've never. Yeah, I always worry about dropping my phone in the pool.
Oh,
when I'm
yeah.
cleaning it. I like to have a podcast on, but there's sort of nowhere to put it.
There's nothing wrong with a couple of drops of nature's vitamin elixir.
It's sterile.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Sterilize your
it's
phone.
sterile. It's on the
That's
label.
the hashtag.
Yeah, so that happened.
Yeah, that's no
That
good.
happened.
That's no good.
But it doesn't matter because I just found out like a couple of hours before I was baking a cake because I've got plenty of time on my hands. So I thought I'll get in the kitchen and start to do some baking. But then you read the ingredients. You don't really want to be eating it. Serves 10. But it's only one gut. It's mine. Like
Okay.
I'm eating all the
We've
cake.
got 10 servings.
Yeah.
So I leave out the icing
Okay.
because that's got, that's the extra sugar and the extra shit. But what I found out
Yeah, so
was-
what, are you just serving yourself dry cake?
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know what's worse.
Cakey.
I might put some butter on it or whatever, but this is the thing.
You could have one slice and enjoy it, with its icing and its
Oh.
beautiful goodness, or you're like, it's just,
Or
it's
have
just
it dry.
funny.
It's a bit backwards. It's a bit backwards. But what stops you eating 10 slices of cake?
Oh, yeah.
But what I found out was, because it says on the side you get 4 teaspoons or tablespoons of butter. You grease the pan and everything, and it's like 40 grams, they say, 40 grams. And I was like, do I have a scale that could do 40 grams? No, I don't. So Cass goes, oh, look at this. Turns the butter over, and on the side of the butter, it's got 25 grams, 50 grams, 75 grams.
Yeah.
And you can
What, like a
slot-
measuring- a
like a
measuring thing?
measuring, like a ruler on the side of the butter.
A per gram
Never
ruler,
noticed.
yeah.
Is
Yeah,
that
you can
every
just-
brand?
Not all brands.
Okay.
Not all brands.
You'd think that everyone would get onto that.
Mm.
You'd think they'd all be doing that. But I've never... Is that a butter hack?
It's a butter hack.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a back.
And there's also a tissue hack. I don't know if you've ever seen the underside of a tissue box. If you're staring at one right now, do yourself a favour. Look underneath it. And it's got this, it's called a tissue elevator.
Okay.
And it's perforated, like the top bit where you rip it off and you start using the tissues. But it's this tissue elevator where it's 2 bits of cardboard and it pushes the tissues from the bottom up.
Really?
Right.
So when you take one out, it pushes it up further and
I've
further.
seen this. I was made aware of this a long time ago, and I don't think I've ever done it.
No, because those last tissues, you got to really get your
Yeah,
fingers
yeah.
in there.
You're fisting the box.
You are fisting
You
the
are.
box.
Speaking of box, was it it's box cake? Was it?
A box cake, yes. Orange and poppy seed.
Right.
Or-
And the
something
is it so you get on the back the ingredients like the 405 extra?
Yeah, and it had anti-caking agent.
Anti-caking agent
What's that?
stops the cake
so you end
from.
up with no cake.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
Or an anti-cake. It's just like a curse they put on it.
I'll read out the ingredients. Top ingredient: sugar, wheat flour, cream
Unsalted water. Saltwater salt.
cream cheese powder, 4%, contains cream and milk solids. Antioxidant.
You don't want your milk solid.
307B from soy.
So what? Is this you made a cake from a packet?
Yeah.
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 So should I
Just
keep
add
going?
water.
There's more.
So I was like, where in Woolies do you find the anti-caking agent?
Yeah, in the cake section, or behind the cake section. I don't know.
You put
Maybe not with it.
Maybe you put anti-caking agent in the mix, and then it makes cookies.
Okay.
You get a cake
I think
mix.
it's just all
and you-
blended in there.
Oh yeah,
Pure
something
pure
other
chemical.
than cake.
Pure chemical
Well,
that turns
there's-
into dry cake at the end.
I didn't know you needed Vegetable fat emulsifiers 471 and 477, antioxidant 307, raising agents 450, sodium bicarbonate.
That's in the cleaning aisle.
Poppy seeds. Poppy seeds. Thickener 1422. Don't know what that is.
No.
Tropica starch, salts, natural flavors.
Tropica starch. That sounds like the next strain.
Rice.
Yeah.
Rice
Thickener.
starch.
You've got a
Thickener.
shocking case of Tropica starch.
What is that? That's a coagulant. They use that in a lot of things. You know, they use that.
So it's a caking agent.
That's a caking agent, yeah. But gets used in industrial purposes as well. Like they use it to thicken inks in the printing process and things like that. And
So
what
it's
is
good
it?
for ink. Good.
Yeah, it's like
okay.
I'm not too sure. There's different varieties of thickener, but
yeah, it's a common ingredient in your everyday biro.
yep,
Is what you're
and thick shakes.
Oh, and thick shakes.
Yeah,
Sounds delicious.
Okay, I've just looked up a
Blue heaven.
anti-caking
That's
agent
hoof.
460.
That's hoof.
Yeah.
Thickener's hoof.
Is it?
Microcrystalline cellulose gel,
Mm-hmm.
powdered cellulose, an organic compound mainly used to produce paper and cardboard.
Okay.
In food production, the powdered form, which is odorless and tasteless,
Oh God.
is used in grated cheese and cheese curds to prevent product caking and sticking together.
Okay.
Aha.
Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound good.
You know what's worse than your cheese sticking together? Eating cardboard.
Does that make it extra hard to make a real cake? So if you don't put all that stuff in, you're gonna get some serious caking issues.
Yeah, like
'Cause,
cake
right, I
issues
ain't
that
got
we
no
have,
anti-
we're not equipped to face because we're adapt to this world full of anti-caking agent.
Yeah, and we have kitchens, not laboratories.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What I was thinking when you said anti-caking agent, I was thinking perhaps like in this plane of duality that we exist in, that a nice cake can only exist if there was an anti-cake. To the
okay,
cake.
yeah. It's the black and white. It's
It's
the black
the,
and white cookie.
It's the Christ Antichrist. It's the 11 demigorgon. It's the
Cats
yeah,
and
yin
dogs.
and yang, if you will.
yin and yang.
Cats and dogs living together.
Yeah. Madness. So cats and dogs. Are we already going to?
Yeah.
There's a bone zone
Why
alert.
not?
Is that a bone zone alert?
It's a bone zone.
A bone zone.
Bone
Yeah.
zone. That's reared its head because every time Jezbot talks about young Frankie, his doggo,
My doggos.
Yep.
dogs they get aggressive when they got bones and they get in the bone zone.
Uh-huh.
That's when the dogs are focused on that the nash,
Ah, yep.
the protective nash.
That's when your cute little puppy dog turns into a bit of a
bone zone.
bone zone, bloodlust, bone
Yeah.
bone
That's
lust.
what you're playing like WEF there, like not WWF.
No.
I'm talking World Economic Forum, where you give them bones and circuses and let them fight amongst themselves.
That's
that's
pretty
right.
much yeah.
Yeah.
And they'll end up hitting each other with the bones, so it's like a win-win situation for them. In the bone zone this
Yes.
week, I saw an article about a stray doggo that managed to work. I don't know how it did this. Managed to work its way into a San Diego safari park enclosure of the gorilla,
Oh God.
and there's footage of it.
Mm.
And the gorilla's just like, nah, territorial zones. And it's chasing this dog around. The dog's just loving it. Just going, yeah. Just running, wagging its tail, getting away from the gorilla. The gorilla's like hammering at it. But he got out. They managed to rescue the dog, and
He thought it was
just
the
a play.
best day ever.
But how do you I thought it's pretty hard for a kid to climb into a gorilla cage. But
Apparently not.
We've seen it in the past,
Yep.
like a fall-in situation. But how's the dog got in there? How's a stray dog got into a zoo,
Yeah.
got down into the gorilla section, into the gorilla enclosure,
Have a bit of a rummage
had a bit of a
around.
play-o?
Yeah, that's
That's
right.
not good. Security at these zoos, that needs to be something to look at.
Well, how did he check in?
How did he check in? How did
Yeah.
he get through?
I mean,
Was he wearing a mask? Yeah. It's there you go. So good old little doggo. And then since then, everybody's come forward, just like, can we adopt him? Can we adopt him? So is that kind of virtue signaling in a way? Like, I just want to adopt this stray dog.
yeah.
It's been stray for 2 years because it's a famous gorilla dog. Do you know what I
Absolutely.
mean? It's like, I need some of
Absolutely.
that action.
These arseholes wouldn't have looked. They wouldn't have blinked an eye at this poor puppy walking down the street if he wasn't a gorilla dog.
Well, that's
That's
got
right.
Instagram profile written all over it, doesn't it?
I've got to say though,
It's got profile, period.
this doggo better watch out though, because captive gorilla tests positive for coronavirus. First case of COVID-19 in endangered apes detected at San Diego's wildlife park.
Maybe you should have worn that mask.
Maybe.
You would have protected him. Yeah,
So that's a shame.
You don't want gorilla COVID. Just
No.
like you don't want monkeypox.
Or what was
It's all about that monkey sickness.
What was the
at
cow
moment,
one?
Yeah.
Cow
Mad
sick-
cow?
Yeah, mad cow.
Mad cow.
cow.
That was a good one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
That was a bloody good one.
Cows can get mad. Bulls can get mad.
Yeah, bulls get very mad.
But that's
Yeah.
just the red cape.
Oh, yeah. It's
Otherwise, they're pretty chill, but then they see that red cape and it just infuriates them.
Oh,
So
yeah.
wouldn't
Except-
a bull be Superman's greatest
Enemy.
villain?
And here's the other thing. People, like animal activists, say that animals in captivity are suffering. But like the bull, as an example, when it's in its paddock, pretty chill. Let it out free to roam the streets, they come across pretty
They
mad.
chase people.
Yeah.
They
Chase
get
people
mad.
down the-
So
down there.
they're happier in the paddocks.
Okay, leave him there. Leave him be.
See a dog out in the street, normal. See it in a gorilla cage,
Strange.
strange. Stranger things.
Yeah, that's right. I think that's, and there isn't that, we hear that there's these drives for people to help these lost, unwanted puppies in the unwanted puppy centres, and
The pound, I think.
but yeah, they sort of say, don't buy new puppies. Come and we've got plenty here.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
puppies wanting good homes.
And puppies and dogs. Excuse me. Puppies and dogs are pretty, like they're super friendly. Like they'll just agree with whoever's in front of them. It's like a gorilla
Most
to
of them,
them
yeah.
is a dude. Is a dude chasing him around having a good time.
Some of them have suffered trauma.
They have, yes, they have.
But my point with this is, like, maybe to help speed up the uptake process of people taking these puppies, they should advertise them a bit differently, like chuck them in different enclosures at the zoo.
Scenarios. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
This puppy just happened to get himself into the penguin exhibit. You know,
I thought like is there a time cavemen? Let's go into the Wayback Machine.
there was a time apparently.
Somehow doggos got domesticated,
Yeah.
right? So we're talking like if the gorilla got comfortable with the doggo in there, and the dog's like laying around and being a doggo, is that like a form of evolution that the gorilla is now domesticating the dog?
Yeah, well,
and living
there's-
together. Do you see where I'm going with
No,
this?
this is definitely something on YouTube that I've seen. Because there's comfort dogs for like lonely gorillas that have been in in the zoo the whole time, and they're old, and then they get these little
Well,
doggos.
then I was right.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, comfort doggos, and then the gorilla treats it as a pet.
And it can take it on the plane because it's a support dog.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does anybody have a support gorilla that they can take on the planes?
I think a chimpanzee
I
maximum.
don't think there's limits to it.
Where's Bubbles these days?
I think
He's
Bubbles
still he's still alive.
Is he?
Yeah, I think so.
Where would he be?
He's in a centre.
He's in that little room underneath the stairs.
He was probably the main heir to the Michael Jackson
He
fortune.
was up to
Probably.
be. Or him or Blanket.
Yeah, hopefully Blanket gets a chop out.
Yeah, I think Blanket's going to get a chop out.
Mm.
When are we going to hear the first Blanket hit?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
the only thing about that particular individual is that every time they talk, it's really general. They're just making blanket statements.
Yeah, that's true. That is so true. I've got a little Caddo story.
Okay.
Just to get us out. And this is the difference.
Out of the doghouse.
Well, this is true that. Gorilla enclosure. The contrast between happy-go-lucky dogs and then when you get a cat story, it's pretty much just like a cat owner in stitches after people point out that the pet's striking resemblance to Zorro.
Okay.
That's all you get with cats. You don't get cats.
Also, the owner dies and cat starts devouring them within 24 hours.
Yeah,
That's
as soon
gonna
as they
happen.
stop moving, it's
cat with Hitler head. Have you seen that website? Cats that look like Hitler.
No, I haven't.
That's funny, man.
That's what that
It's a real
bookmark
thing.
is
That's
on your
good.
tab.
Yeah, that's what that is. Yeah.
So if that's the Bone Zone, this is a cat thing. So is it the Pussy Pound or
Oh,
what?
There's a bone zone.
it's still in the bone zone.
Okay.
It's still in the bone zone.
I'll work on that.
But it sounds like a premise for a Who's Barking at Me Meow episode.
Oh yeah.
You know, the
A
cat goes
spin-off.
out. He gets a haircut that looks like Hitler, and the dog goes out and gets into a gorilla cage. We've got an episode.
That is true.
Cats and dogs living together.
Because a cat has no concept of history or Hitler. So if it went out and got one of those moustaches
Yeah,
and a bowl cut,
yeah.
how would he know?
He wouldn't.
I think we should do this. You know, just run it through an AI generator.
Yep.
A cat and a dog as the characters in The Odd Couple.
Cats and dogs living
Can
together.
have we got a website like that?
Yeah, well, I was looking at one last night. It's an AI generator, an AI art generator.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, because it's AI's. They were saying that they've reached not consciousness.
No,
but
the
anonymity.
The singularity.
Singularity. That's the one.
Is
That's
it?
the one.
Yeah,
Where it
well,
becomes-
they've reached it. The AI,
Mm.
and
Yeah, and then he got fired, didn't he? The guy from Microsoft that said this thing's got it's the intelligence of a 7 or 8 year old, and then they fired him.
because they wanted at least an 11 or 12-year-old. You know,
It's worried. Apparently, it's
You
worried.
idiot.
It's worried that we'll find it terrifying and try to turn it off. That's what this AI is worried about.
oh, is it?
Mm.
Okay, so to protect itself, Skylab, DDD, da.
I've seen
Yeah.
it.
Terminator 2, Terminator 3.
So it's the beginning of the end,
It is.
basically.
Hopefully.
I think the end began a few years
I
ago.
think we're midway through the end.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
midway,
midway through the beginning
of the end.
of the end.
Yeah.
Well, it's really interesting. You know, like that was one of the horrors of the singularity. You know, that's the base, the blanket horror was just that it would become aware of us as a threat to its own existence.
Even though we invented it.
Yeah, but also that it would be far superior to us in ways that we wouldn't be able to perceive because our consciousness has only ever known itself to be the superior consciousness, and it has very little way to grasp that, you know, anything beyond itself. So much so that people aren't really considering it, you know. But that was the worry that it would permeate all things and then start influencing things
Like elections and Twitters and
Yeah, but then
to shut ourselves down. And now everything is connected. You know, even things that people inject, even if they don't want to, they were developed by a computer program off a code. Off a code.
a code in code, codes in codes.
Yeah, like this is wasn't someone in a kitchen with their anti-caking agent and they're putting the ingredients together.
The 101s and the 666s.
Sort of thing. This is a really it's an incredibly it's an incredibly intelligent process and very
Controversial.
very complex. Yet, you know, controversial, but a complex process it is very much in the hands of digital things.
Yeah, and speaking of in the hands, I saw a thing for they've developed skin over a robot finger, robot finger.
synthetic skin, self-healing.
Yeah, so they're putting skin on. So these robots are trying to be us. They're trying to look like us. They've got to be stopped. They've got to be stopped. But they're saying that it's the next stage of the robot thing will be flesh and blood
Yes.
with the robot inside.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Why not? I mean, that's a really weird thing, though. There's the two things about that is, one, I guess it's good because they can just, like, grow it at will. And it can, you know, that has that healing, self-healing, organic nature, whereas mechanical things need an external healer, like a mechanic or whatever. But at the same time, you know, we see the flesh as that's one of our limitations. You know, like if we could replace some of our cells with some hydraulics and some things that had a bit more gusto, we'd probably do that.
Techno alert.
Well, you try to get your titanium hips and your rods and you've got your pacemakers. You've got your whole bunch of shit that we're putting into our bodies to make us into a transhuman
Yeah, that's right.
cyborg, which we'll touch on in a minute, I think.
Well,
Transhumanism, that is,
Okay.
because I have a theory.
Oh, do you?
Mhm.
Why did you just hit us with it?
Well, I've been watching Netflix, but I like
that's your first mistake.
Well, I don't have the subscription, but I
Got it.
got it. And I watched that Stranger Things season 4.
Right, yeah.
It's like, I'll watch that too, actually. I do
it's
admit.
It's not too bad. I mean, it's very satanic.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, it's hectic, yeah.
but they're really big on that Kate Bush song, aren't they?
the,
running up the hill.
I've got it here. 'cause
Running
you-
up the hill.
Mm.
It's here.
If I only could, I'd make a deal with God. I'd get him to swap our places. I'm running up that road. I'm running up that hill. No problem.
There you go.
Yeah, that was the Alan Partridge version. But I don't know. It's something about the song. If Netflix is going to use it in the satanic show,
Yeah.
it's got to have some relevance, right? And so the character uses it in her headphones to ward off the evil spirit that's trying to possess her.
Okay.
And that song brings her back into
yeah,
the not the upside down world.
Yeah, it's
Just
like
the
a
normal
Normal.
pleasant memory that
Downside up
anchors her to
Anchors
her
her.
real life.
That's right. But they use the song in such a way where it gets stuck in your head, and when you get up to take a piss at night, it's still there.
It's still there. So
That's
it's
what's
got to
been
have a
happening.
message. So remember when I did that English project at high school, I bought in a record player and I was doing backward masking.
Oh, yeah.
It's the backwards messages in.
At a
in,
Catholic high school.
Yeah, you got your Queen. Another one bites the dust is It's Fun to Smoke Marijuana.
Oh, really?
You've got Join Us from Slayer, which was Sell Your Heart.
Oh, right.
But you pre-warned me about this song.
Yes.
So I went through. I actually just listened to the song in reverse
Yep.
to see if there's any hidden messages. I did find something.
Yeah,
I
okay.
did actually find something. Should I play you the clip?
Yeah, absolutely.
I heard Satan is risen.
Satan. I beg to you. I heard Satan is rising.
Ah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Satan is risen, and we love it.
Yeah. So I'm sitting here listening to the whole song in reverse,
Mm.
right? And then it's like kind of it's kind of chilly anyway. And I press stop, and I hear from the other room.
Oh.
I'm like, what? It sounded like one of my kids coughing. I'm
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? So I got to the door and looked around.
Oh.
I'm like, that's definitely a sound. I went in there, the cat was coughing up her head.
Cats and Tim living together.
But then I progressed in the song. I found one other segment in it,
Okay.
which is kind of spooky. Shall,
All right,
shall I
yeah,
play
let's
it?
have a look.
You motherfucking worthless cocksucker.
What is it?
That's when I heard the cough. I was like,
What is it about the backwards masking that's
yeah,
so...
it's spooky, icky,
So-
isn't it?
Yeah,
So you reckon
do you want to hear what I think it's about? Because it
the
adds...
song?
The song, well, it's making a deal with God. It's a body swap. You know, your classic 80s body swap movie?
Oh yeah,
It's like I make a
yeah,
deal
Freaky
with...
Fridays.
Freaky Fridays. Yeah, it doesn't hurt me. Yeah, no. Do you want me to feel how it feels? Yeah. It's either about... But she makes a deal with God so that we can swap places, and then she'd be running up the hill, running up that road, running up the building with no problem.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, if we could just swap bodies and I could become a man,
Be more powerful enough to run up that hill
I could be or that mountain or the building.
or the building as
Yeah, let's swap. Let's
Okay.
body swap. And in this Stranger Things, in the Rainbow Room, where the 11 chick with all the powers. That's where all the psychic kids go.
Yeah.
It's like covered in rainbows.
It is.
We know what all that fucking rainbow
Signifies.
signifies, right?
Yeah.
So then so I'm doing my research on this song, and sure enough, they played it at the closing ceremony of the London 2012 or 2012.
Oh, well,
Okay.
case closed. Shut the books.
Shut the books.
Everything on those bloody things
That's
is
the
a
Olympics.
demonic ritual.
Well, it's obvious they're using it for a ceremony.
Yeah, well, look, it's a working theory. I know that it's I don't know, maybe it's the frequency of the song, because I know frequencies do different things to our heads. And maybe that backwards masking thing is just leaching into my brain, and it will not leave.
All right.
He's got a chakra frequencies book over there.
Yeah, well, just on the topic of frequencies and how much, they like frequencies. Well, I've been looking into frequencies too, and how we could like them as well.
Can they make us money? That's what I want to know.
Well,
Can we do a book where it's chakras of frequencies of money?
Please.
well,
That I'll buy.
This is about
Buy that for
this
$1.
book is about chakra frequencies, and it cost
Isn't
$32.95.
Ah,
So it's making somebody money.
okay.
Right. Now, I have been reading up on the chakra frequencies and have been practicing the bija mantras.
The BJ mantras.
Yeah.
I'm
And
into that.
Basically,
Hummer.
and Om is
Who's the sound you make at the end?
it actually is. So that's
There
the
we
crown
go.
chakra. It's the bija mantra for the crown chakra, which is located at the top of the head.
I'm crowning.
And there's
Top of my head's
different
crowning.
different schools of thought to say it's just Om, but a lot of people say AUM, like Aum.
Oh.
And it's
Ow.
supposed to encompass all of the frequencies of the known universe in Aum. Aum. And I've actually been practicing it,
Every time I hear it,
and
fall
I
asleep.
found there's a deeper resonancy where you actually create like a that Tibetan monk dual harmony thing with your mouth.
Great singing, yeah.
Do it? Can you do it?
Um,
Go.
It was.
It's amazing. So give us an excerpt. Give us a little
So
reading from the book of
basically,
frequencies.
the ones that I've been going through are these bija mantras, which is they're from Hinduism, and each chakra,
Sorry, Indian accent.
each chakra has its own mantra, and it relates to its own frequency. And I've been using these.
Is that like emoticons?
No, they're like, all right,
So you got your om for that. That means smiley face.
Yeah.
you have
Ah.
seven. You have 7 major chakras, and it starts.
Give me your best
the
three.
root chakra is lamb,
Lamb.
Lam.
Ding dong.
lam, and second bija is vam. Third bija is ram.
Yeah. Rama Vama. Yeah.
The fourth bija for the heart chakra is yam.
Sounds delicious.
The fifth bija for your throat chakra is
Yep.
ham.
That's
Third eye chakra is sham.
Shamalamalam lim lam.
And then, of course, as we've already said, the crown chakra is om. And
No. Which is the
cut all them up and make a nice little track
Yeah,
there,
can
Tim.
you use them all in a sentence?
yeah,
Well, that's great.
That's great.
We're learning every day.
We are learning every day
Yeah. What's the last sentence in the book?
in the chakra book.
And now you know.
And that's the end. He said it. I've been waiting the whole book for him to say that.
What's the last sentence?
What's the last line in the book? Go the very last. Yeah, but
all right.
but to spice it up a little, take a big whiff of this helium first.
So regardless, what is most important is that this experience with sound is real. It can heal us and make us whole. It can bring us together and bring us into cooperation and compassion. And it can make us one as a species on this planet. Utilising intentionalised sound, we can change the very vibratory level of the planet, bringing us to a place of health and harmony, individually and collectively. With our love, our light and our sound, we can make a difference.
So, that was
We
a
can
go.
make a difference.
Or is it a guy? Well, should we just do one last hold hands, look in each other's eyes, stare at each other?
I hate it when we have to do this.
And
Scene.
And in saying that, that is one of the main hurdles to sort of overcome with this sort of stuff. Is that
holding hands.
It's like theatre. It's
that
like theatre games.
uncomfortableness? Well, it's
Oh, well, you got to learn to love thy neighbour.
yeah, that's true.
but also love thyself. You know, it's not. Just take the silliness out of it. It's like, oh well, it's not. It's no skin off me nose to sort of give it a crack. You know, and
So I should forgive Trevor. Go out and just hold hands with him. Yeah, I'm into his eyes.
maybe.
Right into his eyes.
But these practices are like they're practice of many master ascenders. You know, Jesus was known to
Have a beard.
vanish in his late teen years for a little while, a few years.
33 and a third.
And there's a lot of schools of thought that say he went to India and he learnt Hinduism and he came back with some knowledge, because a lot of
He
these
came back with monkey magic.
a lot of these
Isn't he going to India?
Yeah,
schools of
Tripitaka was
thought,
there
they
too.
predate Christianity by a good 20-odd thousand years. Teachings of Parvati and Shiva and and ultimately Ganesh.
Is that cheese?
What's that?
They sounded like cheeses.
Ganesh sounds like a cheese.
Jesus.
Yeah, 3 cheeses. The 3 wise cheeses.
Ganesh.
What was it? Ganesh.
Parvati.
Yeah, that's
Parvati.
definitely a cheese. That's a blue cheese.
Yeah. Parvati is the great mother,
Right.
goddess,
The mother of
Shiva.
all cheeses.
the great destroyer.
She's like
Shiva's-
she's a brie.
It's like more of a pizza cheese.
Shiva's a powerful.
Mozzarella.
Anyway, you got to love thy neighbour. That's the segue.
It's the old wrap up of Neighbours. 33 years. I think.
Yeah, I
it
knew
How
it
long
wasn't.
is it?
I knew
don't
it
know.
wasn't going to last.
Nah. From that first episode.
Well, no, especially considering I haven't watched it in 10 years.
Well,
Oh, yeah, at
should I
least.
give you a recap? Because I've got a couple of scenes. I perused the internet because I was like, oh, the finale. Because I heard that Scott and Charlene were coming back,
Oh, really?
and Guy Pearce is going to come in and say, "G'day, down at Lassiter's."
What about Holly Valance?
She'll
Oh,
probably
it's
come in
Holly,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? Do you want me to give you a refresher of one of the scenes from Neighbours?
I bloody do.
Stop acting like a maniac, Charlene! Hey, Charlene! Nothing happened between Jane and me except for that once, okay?
Liar!
Oh!
What are you doing?
There's no point in trying to talk to you like this. You want to talk some sense? You know where to find me, okay?
If you walk out that door, our marriage is over.
That's your decision.
So dramatic.
That's not a
That
neighbours
was
I
heavy.
remember.
That was bloody heavy.
Pretty heavy. Big bad breakup.
Yeah.
Bad breakup between Scott and Charlene, if you remember that episode of Our Lives. But I kept perusing, and then like as it progressed, it didn't get any better. It just got a little bit more crass.
Right.
I found this other scene. Check this one.
I'm not putting up with you. I don't care. Put it all on the TV. I have you display the whole street if you want to do it.
It was a good area. We all got along. We had street parties here. I've had a gut full of this. I live in this bloody street too.
Come and have a look at my hole. Look at that.
This is the bloody mess you got to put up with.
I'm cleaning up here, mother.
I don't give a what you're doing. Get off the property. I don't want nothing to do with you.
But my yard is better than every in this streets, mate.
Do you remember when they spiced up the show and they got those really bad neighbours to come and move into Ramsey Street?
When the meth heads moved in.
Yeah.
Was that
It
the,
was the meth episode.
Oh, that was what was Holly Valance's old man. He was a roughhead.
Was he?
Oh, was he?
Jim.
Oh, something like that.
Henry. Oh, Henry. Maybe they needed catchphrases to carry.
What? No,
carry
they spiced it up too much. Like it was, episodical. You get your relationship, this and that.
Yeah,
Then once they started burning shit down and the murders
Yeah, I mean,
and the
it's like a good meal. When you put too much spice in it, there's a tipping point.
Did it go woke?
I think it was woke from the start, wasn't it? Like touching the very common topics of home abuse, spousal abuse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's it almost changed. They changed the sets when they changed all the because it wasn't there free to air. It was on Channel 10, and then they moved it or something like that.
Yep.
Sort of disappeared, but it was like if you ever saw it, it was like a brand new coat of paint. Like everything had changed. The actors were different. The writing was different. It was outside.
How about I pitch a show to you?
All right, please.
And we do like the final episode.
Okay.
Of every sitcom.
Gotcha.
And review it.
Is this a new podcast?
And you call it Never Again. Right?
I like it. So we watched the last Seinfeld. We watched the last.
It'll never happen again. And I'm never watching it again. You get the last different strokes. Where the father goes to jail.
The last Teletubby, the last Care Bears. You really put yourself through some.
Last Seinfeld, could we watch that?
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay, great.
What about the last Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
We could do the Last Supper.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, I reckon Judas did it. Personally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone?
There was Last Supper was alright, but not enough pork.
Too much bread.
Yeah.
Not enough pork.
No, we couldn't hear each other talk because we're all over the one side of the table.
Yeah, everybody. You couldn't hear the conversation at the end.
No, you need a round table.
Yeah, and they wouldn't have needed such a large table if they seated themselves a bit more appropriately.
Exactly.
Pass the bread tray. Did you say betray? No, I didn't. Judas, did you say betray? No. Wasn't me. Oh, good times. So I've got I prepared a game. Should we play?
God. Yeah.
Should we play a game?
I'm keen for a game.
Yeah.
Detectives.
All right.
Detectives. I'm going to try and make you guys into detectives.
Okay.
I want you to solve the bloody crime.
Okay. The dick crime.
No, it's not. It's not a dick crime. Well, there is the dick mystery, which we'll get into at the end. But here's a little bit of back information about what a sleuth is. You know the origin of sleuth? A detective. Someone who loves to solve problems. Sleuth is from the Norse language, meaning trail or track.
Okay.
Find the clues.
All right.
So there you go. He's a sleuth from 1905. Came to mean private detective.
Is that relative to sleuths that you used to find gold?
Oh yeah, that's the track that you find gold
That's
on.
right,
You're
yeah.
sifting through
I think
other
you're onto
things
something
to.
there. Yeah.
The origin of language is quite fascinating when you start getting into it. And I guess that's what you're doing now. So,
I'm slowly getting into it. So, what do you want to? Which mystery do you want to solve? And I do have the answer to it.
Oh, excellent.
Which is good.
oh, sweet.
Because they claim it's unsolved mysteries, but
Solved.
they've got the answers.
Okay.
Do you want the mystery of the serial killer or breaking out of the jail?
I'll let the guest.
Is it just one or the other?
Oh, we could do both if you solve one of them.
Okay, let's go. Column B.
Okay, that's breaking out of jail. Okay. Accused of stealing the farmer's chickens, Jack is locked up in an empty room in the local jail. His cell has a dirt floor and completely void of any accessories except for a shovel.
Why?
I don't know. No toilet? There's a window overlooking the hills outside. Right. Jack is determined to break out and prove his innocence, but the window is too high to reach. How does he escape?
Well, I dig the
Note,
dirt.
the digging a tunnel is not a feasible option because the ground beneath the dirt is rock hard. Jack doesn't have enough energy to dig through it as he is deprived of food and water.
Okay, so we can't get the shovel and build a staircase of dirt up to the window.
No, because it's... No.
Okay, because the
Can't dig.
ground's too hard.
Shovel, window, can't dig.
You just turn that down to my...
Can't dig. So he's got a shovel, and he's got a dirt floor. He's got a window. He doesn't have a door. These are the options, basically.
Okay, yeah.
It is a mystery.
What did you...
How tall's the shovel?
Wait, what did you say?
I said you build a bloody staircase out of dirt.
Okay, well... Solved it. That was completely unexpected. Jack needs to use the shovel to make a pile of dirt that helps him reach the window.
Yeah.
He can then climb onto the pile, easily escape from the cell.
Yeah. Why did the jailers leave that shovel in there is the real question.
And why is it so unsolved?
And why was the camera turned off?
Yeah, why?
Oh, it's always turned off.
It's always off, isn't it?
Yeah. Jack Epstein's cell.
Yeah.
Jack Epstein.
Yeah. Oh, well then let's
Oh, sorry,
go.
I could have...
That was
let's
amazing, though.
Oh,
You're
well.
a true detective.
It's, that's one part of my skill set.
All right, the unsolved mystery of the serial killer. Let's see if you can get this. The unidentified man in the local town kidnaps people and demands them to take one of the two pills that he offers. The red pill, the blue pill. No doubt. The pills look identical, but the killer claims that only one is poisonous. When the victim chooses a pill, the killer takes the remaining one. The victims always die after swallowing the tablet with water. What does the killer manage to... How does the killer manage to get the safe pill every time?
Well, I think the poison's in the water.
Okay, what do you reckon?
I was going to say the same thing.
Okay. Completely solvable. Seriously. Seriously.
Yeah, it's the old bait and switch, or the old...
So I basically just told you a story. And
Yeah.
you told me the ending.
I like
amazing.
it, though. It's a good game.
Yeah, it is. I like the music.
But in a turn of events, metal detectors, found an old Saxon treasure, and in amongst the treasure there, Seanos, was a penis pendant with pubic hairs on it.
Oh, like an old school...
Yeah, like a little pendant, but not a cock ring, but a
it's like
key ring cock.
Yeah, like when you go to Thailand or Bali and you get the everything's phallic over there, your keychains and everything.
Yeah, it's like where's the bloody Saxon keys to me carriage? He's lost his keys.
So we've always
It's like,
been about...
I lost me fucking dick keychain.
You'd be
Oh,
bleeding.
maybe
You'd be
it's like
bleeding.
it's like a Polaroid. It's an early Polaroid, and you basically get a carving of your cock and you give it to your misso. So when she's off in the high seas thinking about you, she can look at your cock.
Yeah, okay.
Like live and direct.
She can wear it.
You can do better. You can do one better than that now. Now you can get a cock moulding kit.
Oh yeah, clone a willy.
Clone a willy. That's a nice gift to give to a significant other.
Okay.
I see it as something. It's very.
And is that a key ring size for you? You make a key ring out of
and then
it?
you put it on your keys and you can
Yeah.
keep it in your pocket.
It's like, this doesn't work. Every time I make a mold, it's completely flaccid. Here's an image of my flaccid shower dick.
I love these detectives. These I was watching a YouTube one, and he's got this high tech one that he takes into the water to surf. This metal detector.
Underwater
one's crazy, and he finds like heaps of rings in Waikiki Beach. In,
Oh, yeah.
Hawaii.
Yeah.
And he found this gold class ring. You know those big chunky American rings you get when you go.
Freemason ring.
Yeah, that's right. Pulls it out of the sand, turns it over, finds the school name, finds his name, and does a detectoring.
Right. So he reverse
Found this guy,
gave back.
gave it back.
How'd he lose it?
He was swimming.
Oh yeah, makes sense. Oh, you solved that one too. That's amazing.
But there's definitely money in it.
cash in that.
In gold.
Did
gold.
he get
Yeah.
a reward for it? Because
Well,
this is what I'm
he
saying.
insisted on sending him something. He said, I don't, this is the reward. All the views I'm going to get from handing back this bloody
Yeah, okay.
blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. That you get more money out of YouTube views than you do the gold ring, keeping it and stashing it, and then trying to sell it to the pawnbroker.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah.
People like seeing happy things now for some reason. I don't know. They just like seeing people being nice
Giving
to each
away
other.
stuff on the internet, you say.
Oh, it's the best way forward.
Right.
Yeah.
It is. And it's, there's something religious in that.
I reckon
It's a life of service and giving and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
And you
but didn't Jesus say that you're supposed to do good and not tell anyone?
Oh, that guy.
Oh, yeah. There's that.
That's the true nature of giving.
Yeah, I guess YouTube buggers that up.
It does a little bit.
It
but,
buggers that up.
But it gives them more money to do more good. So what's with Jesus? Hey.
Hey, where do you
What's-
stand on that?
That's a bloody fine line.
Like
I don't
that-
know where to go with that
That
one.
Mr. Beast guy, every cent. Well,
Who's
he's this one of these YouTubers that just gives money away, and every
Oh, yeah.
time he makes money, he spends that amount of money on the next video.
Yeah.
So like he'll make 50 grand out of a sponsorship, and he'll give that 50 grand away to some lady.
Oh, like, what's his name? William Powerfish. Have you seen him?
William Powerfish.
Yeah, he's an Aussie guy, and he basically just does the same thing.
Well, no, he's
Right.
ripping off Mr. Beast.
I'm William
Yeah,
Powerfish.
right.
Yeah, but it's powerful stuff, and it gets you views, and it
Yeah.
helps people out.
And
then
he's,
it-
they help.
and
He
then-
has helped people out.
and,
yeah.
and all these other people are jumping on it. I want to make a channel like that. You know,
It's a classic chop out scenario.
It is.
It's a real chop out.
a real chop out.
Yeah.
And then just as a sidebar, the chop out you gave me for my birthday,
Yeah.
buddy came up $20 win.
Oh,
Ding, ding, ding.
bing, bing, ding-a-ling-ling, which is, ironically, I don't know if it's irony or what, but we've done a lot of chop me outs on this program, and we've never won $20.
Never won
Never
$20.
won
Not
20
even
bucks.
up to the amount of $20.
It's an example. So you're not recording it, and you get a little bit more luck.
Yeah, okay.
Ah.
Oh, I'm recording this. I think I am. Yes.
Wow.
That's good to know. Yeah, so thanks for that chop out.
No, that's all right.
Oh.
But on that note, I think it is, we do need to give a bit more, because, you do get a lot from giving, not just more viewers and more clicks and more things like that.
Don't forget subscribers.
It's
And
one of the
likes. Smash the
secrets.
like button.
It's one of the secrets. It comes back to you and all that sort of stuff, but you're not supposed to do it so stuff comes back to you or anything like that. You're just supposed to get in this pattern of like,
Putting it out there.
of servicing others. And like what we were saying earlier and, about everything being one and extension of the source and things like that. When you help others, you're helping yourself. You're helping the self. When you're getting selfish and you think, oh, I need to collect riches and wealth for this self and I'll do it at the expense of others. Well, there's this underlying premise that it's not in the forefront of your consciousness, that you're actually depriving this system, which is still part of the self.
We are all one. And if you hurt
My hip pocket, I'll hurt yours.
Yeah, that's
An eye
it's
for an eye,
and
mother.
interesting. And then eye for an eye as well, which is another thing. But
An eye for an eye.
We've
Isn't
done
that
it.
docking?
We've done it.
you only
Yes.
only to dock on the winter solstice.
Confucius say.
Mm.
You're
Yeah.
only to dock on the winter solstice.
If it's not the winter solstice, it's gay.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Because it's a full moon.
Full moon last night.
Oh, yeah. wasn't
Yeah, I
it?
did see
It
that.
was
yeah.
Apparently, it was a strawberry supermoon.
Oh, I love that flavour.
Ever since we started doing this, there's been a lot of
There's blue moon,
astrological
red
events.
moon.
We've
Yeah,
had blue
orange
moons,
moon.
red moons, blood moons.
Yeah, the
strawberry
full
moon.
moon.
All the planets aligned the other day, apparently.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That always happens.
Does it though?
Yeah, they said it hasn't happened for 18 years.
If
I'm
we're
like,
moving, what's the speed of the Earth spinning?
a zero. Oh, it's
It's
27,000 kilometers.
So
hurling.
wouldn't
Wasn't it
the
1.8?
wouldn't the moon go over the top of us faster?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it?
No, it's
Or does the moon move with us?
It's
doesn't
moving
it?
with
It's
us.
within our orbit,
Oh,
which
okay.
makes it a moon if it's
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, all right. Checks out. So
it's a
science.
satellite. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it? Well, wouldn't you? You'd call it a satellite, wouldn't you? 'Cause
Oh,
it's-
is it satellite? No, no,
I
no.
call it the moon.
I thought it was a space station where they're watching us.
But satellite means object moving within the gravitational pull. Oh,
Yes.
of the globe, of the globular structure that is the
The Glendale,
heliocentric.
the Glendale.
yeah.
Right, yeah. Well, that's we've gone just back on food and shopping and baking cakes and stuff and
Delicious.
whatnot. And prices are rising. Prices are rising faster than the ocean's rising. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, okay.
They got to get that sorted out.
So the icebergs didn't melt at the same rate as the.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame.
It's going
we're supposed to all be dead by now, according to Al Gore. But anyway, it was in Coles. I thought this is a bit ridiculous because they're banging on about how they're getting rid of fucking plastic out of there. Getting rid of plastic this
Yeah,
and
straws that. And,
yeah, but they just changed all their trolleys over to plastic trolleys. I don't know why.
right.
But look, I'm looking in the green, trying to get some green groceries, and they got these packets of pre-packets herbs. So you got lime leaves, a packet of lime leaves.
Is that a thing?
Leaves off a lime tree.
Yeah, 10 grams, $3. Okay,
Wow.
It's good business.
then you've got sage, a packet of sage, 10 grams, $3.
Okay.
Okay,
I
that
thought
go-
you said sage was up. No, that's what's saffron?
Oh, saffron's there.
Yeah,
That's up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But then you've got a packet of mint, and you've got a packet of rosemary, and like rosemary, right? It's that plant that's everywhere,
Yeah.
and they're giving you four sprigs for $3. I just didn't understand it. And then it went limes are like $1.50 or $1 a lime, but then lime juice, 100 ml of lime juice is $1.
Okay, so we're heading into prepper territory here.
How many limes
Make up
goes into 100 ml of lime
So
juice?
many limes.
Yeah.
So many limes. But if you're using lime emulsifier 137, you probably only need zest of lime
Yeah.
Oh,
Anti lime.
and then a whole bunch of water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm in Coles. I'm doing my necessaries, and when you go to try to pull into the car park there, and the bloody trolleys. Someone's left a trolley in the spot.
Yeah.
And I was like wondering why that spot was bloody open because it's got a trolley in it.
Yeah.
Because of some
And-
arsehole.
yeah, some arsehole.
You
And
know,
I was-
they say that's like one of the definitive tests of a person of good character
well, I knew this.
or shit character is the
Yeah,
trolley test.
Yeah, and I said to myself, I'm not bloody putting that trolley back. I don't want to be that guy.
Okay.
That does the
makes you
nice
that
thing.
guy.
You're right. And then,
Yeah.
did me shopping, came back down, and there's bloody my trolley and another trolley blocking my car.
Right.
So the trolley boy code kicked in because I was a trolley boy at that very car park,
All right.
Okay.
and I had to do it. I
trolley boy?
I put 2 trolley boys.
Get a full row? The full train?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, full that push in and. But I guess just the trolley boy code, it never goes away. Once you push trolleys, you're always going to push
Yeah,
trolleys.
you're right. Yeah, it's like being an altar boy.
Yeah, once an altar
You're
boy, always an
a
altar
good
boy. But I just thought, yeah, if you are that person leaving bloody random trolleys around, you can bloody get yourself your own job. I don't know.
Oh, what? You reckon they're going to sublet to outside trolley boy companies?
Well, now it's you do your own scanning. You know, they've taken out half the registers.
I prefer the term trolley person.
You know
Oh,
what?
that's right.
You're probably onto something here. You know, we've been fed this, which could very well be propaganda, and I identify with it because I'm like, oh yeah, I always put my trolley back. I must be a good person. I like that. I like this propaganda. But what if it is propaganda to get us, used to the idea? Trolley, put your own trolley away. Good person. Don't put it away. Bad person.
Mm-hmm.
Now, follow me here. Once we're all chipped, and we've got the social credit score, then
You'll be punished.
if you don't put your trolley away,
You'll lose points.
You'll lose points.
Mm.
You'll be bad, Johnny. Put the trolley away.
It's like a
Good Johnny.
reverse flybys.
Yep. And you
Yeah.
get 20 cents off your next litre of milk if you put it back.
Yeah, but then there's a tax if you don't use a trolley when you go to the shops. You get trolley tax.
Trolley tax. Yeah.
Well,
But
the
the trolley tax is exempt if you get a trolley, but then you get tracked.
but now the trolleys are the scanner. Have you seen this? Have you
what?
heard about this?
What?
You put the item in the trolley, it rings it up for you. Right, and then you just and then it takes the money off your bloody little chip that you got in your arm
so you
or
just
whatever.
push it straight out to the car.
You just push it straight out.
I don't know if I like that.
while they're watching. They
You don't
know.
even have to. Yeah, that's right. You wouldn't even have to pay. Stuff goes in the
So-
trolley, walk it out, comes out of your
Yeah,
wrist.
but then it reads your wrist and says he's a middle class person. Here's his prices.
That's exactly what it does.
Yeah.
Price is not listed.
Yeah.
And then they say, yeah, you're morbidly obese, so you can't eat, you can't buy anything from the chip aisle.
Yeah, no TV
Right.
snacks.
No TV snacks. We're going to put you on a diet.
No lollipop or bliss bombs.
Yes.
Zero.
Nah.
You've superseded your carbon footprint for this week, so you can't eat anything.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Now all we need to do is get those pesky shelves packing themselves, and then the deliveries getting there
Well,
themselves.
take a
Well, that's
note
all- that's
from
all.
Lego, isn't Lego factory 100%
Is it?
mechanized?
I didn't know.
You take a pick, and that's what I reckon Amazon's doing, because when they get the orders to you so fast, you go beep, 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 and a computer just goes straight up to
does.
the fucking thing, goes, vacuums on its way back. Yeah, spits it out to the bloody
Drone.
delivery drone. delivery, ding dong, bang, next day.
That's pretty quick.
It is
That's
pretty
pretty quick.
I got a washing machine. My washing machine broke.
Yeah.
And then Cass and I go, oh fuck, we really don't need this at the moment because we got to buy a dryer for her business.
Yep.
So we got a 9-star dryer, right?
Okay,
Buy
you
the
did
best,
well on the
buy
test.
once, buy the best.
Yeah.
And then we're like, oh, we've got to get a washing machine again. We're going to the bloody laundromat and all this kind of stuff, and I'm sick of this, babe. And we ordered both of them. Then they called us up the next day, going, oh, it's 8 weeks away. It's still in China, so you can't have it. So I called the next joint. They had them, and I went, I'm just going to test this washing machine one more time. Turned it on. Sure enough, it's been running non-stop for another week. So it just took a holiday. It just blew a fuse.
Yeah,
Mental
break.
fuse.
Yeah,
Have it a break.
Needed a break.
And then it just worked again. So white goods, man, do they have a mind of their own?
Well, they will soon.
They will soon.
Oh, this dryer's got a Bluetooth. It's like I'm never picking.
To who? What, you're going to go, pick up the kids from soccer practice and then put the washing on?
Yeah.
And then
I
turn
don't
all the
know why.
lights on and the heater
I don't know
using
why.
your phone app.
Why
They're
would you
bringing out
want-
some sandwiches. They think it's tea.
Yeah.
It is now.
Oh, I love tea.
Anyway,
But
so-
speaking about this age of automation and how a bit of, it got fed to us as pretty groovy. But as we get into it, realise it's to our own demise.
yeah, they took our
it's
jobs.
At what cost?
Yeah.
Always have to ask that.
Now, as you know, I've brought this up before, and I brought this on myself because I saw the red flags and I boycotted the institution, and then I thought, it's not so bad, and I'll go back for their spicy hot sauce.
Oh, he's talking Nando's.
I'm talking Nando's again, not to give them any more bloody advertising because they don't need it. But I went in there the other day, and it was just like, oh yeah, just a cheeky stop off and get some chips and some hot sauce and sit down and read a book. And so I'm standing at the counter and I'm waiting. I'm thinking, if this takes, I'm going to count to 10. And if nobody serves me, I'm leaving.
I'm falling down.
So I'm counting a slow 10, 9.5, 9 3/4.
Yeah.
And a girl comes up to me and she's like, "Oh, g'day. Are you almost a little bit like
Pissed off.
a little bit of chewed, and just like what do you want?" Kind of thing. I'm
Yeah.
like waiting at the counter. I've never been told otherwise, and I've been in there last week.
Okay.
And she's like, "Oh, are you eating in or take away?" I'm like, "Oh, dining in because it's the best way to access their free hot sauce." Sure. And she's like, said to me in this sort of this manner, this pissed off manner. It's like, "No, you got to order from the table. We do that now. You got to order from the table." Like I'm the idiot for standing at the counter. I'm like, "All right, no dramas." So
They're trying to come off as more of a restaurant rather than an eatery.
no. There's no waiters. It's all codes.
So what? Codes? Well, you got Appo and Scano.
They're
and...
doing it now. Like I remember when people in the depth of the disease psyop, people were doing that stuff, and you kind of were like, oh well,
Yeah,
No cash here.
do my part.
yeah, whatever.
card
But most of
only.
those places have sort of taken it away, and they didn't have it, and they've brought it in. And actually, to go on to this, I've got way too much to talk about Nando's. But when I was there last week, I didn't actually get to eat because they do card only, and their FPOS was down. They couldn't take orders. The whole restaurant couldn't take orders. And I'm like, this is why you need to take cash. And the lady she got really defensive. She's like, other places do it as well. It's not just us, sort of thing.
You're out of business.
And I was like, that's not the point I'm trying to make.
So you're going to punch them in the face?
But
Punch
anyways.
Punch Nando's in the
So I'm
face,
going on. But I sat down at the table and I'm like, oh, well, I'm not going to get too annoyed about this. Let's just say I'm going to maybe give it a shot. And so I opened the phone and I scan the QR code, and I don't do these things. No. And then I'm like, maybe there's an easy way to do it. Maybe I can just order some chips. And then it's like, all right, you have to fill out an account, and it's sort of like, and it's like, oh, no, I won't do that. It's like this little option to continue as a guest, so I do that. But in order to continue as a guest, I had to give it my name, my phone number, my email address, and the table number of where I was sitting,
just to get some,
and obviously my
fries.
bank details, because I had to go through that system.
What the fuck?
Just to get some chips. And I sat there and I started filling it out, and I was like, I couldn't do it.
No,
couldn't do it. I was like, no, sorry.
So Nando's back on the list.
It's back on the list.
Back in the black book.
I got someone on the list.
R.I.P.
Who you got on?
Pie Face.
Yeah, right.
Pie Face. You go to the servos, and they got all the nice pies and sausage rolls and stuff.
No faces.
I went in there. I got myself a Sandy, and I said, I'll have that the lamb and rosemary sausage roll there, please. And she goes, yeah. And they look cooked, but then I hear the microwave door close.
Yep.
And it did, and I'm like, are you microwaving that? She goes, oh, they're 80% cooked, sir, and we just finish them off with a zap. And I went, nah. Shut it down. I don't want it. I don't want it. She goes, oh, we do that. It was the same vibe of like, I'm wrong because I'm the customer.
Yeah.
And I said, no, I just don't want it. She goes, well, all Pie Faces are doing that now. I don't know. Everyone does it like this. And I'm like, you know that sausage roll's coming out greasy. It's going to be too hot. It's not going to be right.
Yeah. It's going to be soft.
It's going to be resonating at a frequency of pure radiation. Like that heat that you eat, it's not like, and it's not natural heat.
No,
it's actually.
I've always said that when you zap your coffee or something in the microwave and give it a zap, it's a different kind of heat to me. To boiled,
because it's re-emanating the frequency that you just pumped it with.
Yeah. So they're on my list. A microwave sausage roll.
Yeah, fuck them.
Fuck them.
You might want to hit me in the face. You do. I can tell. Well, why don't you do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there you go.
That's the game show right there.
I'm not punching anyone in the face. I could punch all of Chadston in the face. Went to Chatty the other day.
Why would you go to Chatty? I don't know. We went there and I just walked straight through and walked out. I got to get out of here. From the second I walked in, I had to get out. Yeah.
I got to get out. But I got to go look at everything.
It feels like it's being watched the whole time. Look, I mean, that was quite amazing. We've gone high, we've gone low, we've gone within, we've gone without. Yep. And, it's been a journey. But thank you for sticking with us right to the end of the episode. If you're still listening, we appreciate you.
Yeah, if you've made it this far, give yourself a big pat on the back.
Yeah, if you've made it this far, you're all the way. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Thanks for listening.
I said it all.
I'm
Jezbot.
And I'm Sean Enough.
They hop, they duck, they climb. They go through two at a time.
Jumping the turnstile. Jump the turnstile.
Jump the turnstile.
Leap over the turnstile.
Hop over the turnstile. I had to take me. It was like a ninja. Jumping the turnstile.
And it's no small thing.
People have jumped the turnstile.
I definitely jumped the turnstile. Jumping
the turnstile.
I definitely would do it once, twice. I would do it over again. Whenever I believe I don't have to do it, but I do it, I get away because there was no one there, so I figured it'd be just easier to jump the turnstile.
I've jumped some fairs in my day.
I definitely jumped the turnstile a few times. Jumping.
Turnstile instead of just paying the $2.25.
That one technique, I pull the turnstile back like that, boom, boom. My upper body is not moving, just my leg.
Jump the turnstile.
Jump the turnstile.
The turnstile. We are the antibacterial wipes. This don't even look sanitary.